Welcome to the Shreveport Connection with Tommy. This is your Monday Night Raw results. Won't be any main event because they are live performance center with nobody in the arena to post any news. For the April the 6th video, April 4th birthdays, you got Chelsea Green, she was born 1991. April 5th birthday, Sika Anoy, 1945. April 5th birthday, DDP, 1956. Charlotte Flair, 1986. April 6th birthdays, Peter Maivia, 1937. That's The Rock's dad. April 7th birthdays, as I'm doing this video on the 7th, David Otunga, 1980. Draws, 1969. Sanjay Dutt, 1982. The biggest social media topic coming out of WrestleMania 36, Night 1. It's the first ever Boneyard match, which saw Undertaker defeat AJ Styles to end the show. Two of the Twitter reactions from Hall of Famers, Mick Foley, have one of the biggest matches in WWE history with Taker, and Matt Hardy, who is being credited with inspiring the cinematic style of the Boneyard match with his Broken Universe matches. Thus, your matches from Impact Wrestling. As seen at this link here, Foley tweeted an urgent appeal video to WWE Chairman Vince McMahon. Foley joked, "Mr. McMahon, may I please be in next year's Boneyard match at WrestleMania?" Matt noted how his Twitter feed was full of people mentioning how the Boneyard match was similar to its broken content. "My Twitter feed exploded," Matt wrote. "Thanks for all the love, folks. I'm truly honored. Cinematic matches, 100% work with the right characters, scenario, and fan base. I envisioned them as a new branch of pro wrestling years ago, much like TLC did. The hashtag Broken Universe will leave its mark." For those who missed it, you can click on the link to see the videos from the Boneyard match. It was reportedly WWE planning for another set of TV tapings at the Empty Performance Center in Orlando, Florida this week, which was first reported by PW Torch on Monday. Current plan is for all talents to be sequestered in one hotel, then tape all material in waves, as they did with the recent TV and WrestleMania 36 tapings. According to PW Insider, it was reported that WWE did a takeover of one hotel with talent staying there and staff using some of the conference rooms. WWE will be taping TV shows in waves as they did with the most recent tapings at the Performance Center. That way, they follow all the rules and guidelines related to coronavirus pandemic. WWE reportedly bringing crews to Orlando on Wednesday with tapings to begin that night on early Thursday morning. Recent WrestleMania 36 tapings were reportedly held overnight from 11 p.m. until 5 a.m. But there's no word on yet if these upcoming tapings will run on the same schedule. WWE will be reportedly taped 3 episodes of NXT, 3 episodes of Raw, and 3 episodes of SmackDown. But they may end up taping 4 episodes per song. These tapings should carry them through the month of April. But there's no word yet on what they have planned for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, which is still being scheduled for May 10th. Also noted, this week's Raw and this week's NXT episode were already taped when WrestleMania 36 was filmed. Rhea Ripley will be reportedly be off TV for NXT for a little while. Ripley had to return to Australia this week before her visa was expiring, according to PW Insider. While it's been rumored that WWE will resume live TV shows later this week, word is that they are scheduled to tape a few episodes of NXT this week, and Ripley won't be able to make it back in time. President Trump had a conference call scheduled for earlier this afternoon with the heads of all major sports leagues in the United States, including the NFL, MLB, and WWE, who was represented by Chairman Vince McMahon. During the call, Trump said he hopes to have fans back in stadiums and arenas by August and September. According to ESPN, it's currently unclear if medical experts will agree that this is the realistic timeline during the coronavirus pandemic. Trump also said he believes the NFL season should start on time in September. They want to get back. They've got to get back. We want to get back soon, very soon, Trump said of his conversation with pro sports bosses during his new briefing on Monday afternoon. We have to open our country again. After the briefing, Trump would not give an exact date when asked when he anticipates fans returning to arenas, but he did say he thinks it's going to be sooner rather than later. Trump reportedly told sports commissioners on Monday that he recognizes the good work being done by many teams and players to care for their communities and fan bases while the world deals with this outbreak. ESPN noted that California Governor Gavin Newsom addressed whether he thinks that the NFL season would open in August or September with 80,000 fans. He told reporters today, on Monday, "I'm not anticipating that happening in the state. It's interesting. I have a lot of friends that work in Major League Baseball and in the NFL. They've been asking me. In fact, a well-known athlete just asked me, a football player, if he expects to come back. I said I would move very cautiously in that expectation." During Trump's call, the president reportedly mentioned the idea of the leagues working together to lobby for tax incentives that used to exist for entertainment expenses, such as the ability to deduct for concessions and tickets from taxes. This would be a way for the leagues to jumpstart fans' ability to return to stadiums in a tough economy. Trump's call included commissioners and top executives from WWE, UFC, NFL, MLB, NBA, NHL, Major League Soccer, WNBA, the PGA Tour, NASCAR, IndyCar, and Breeders' Cup. Nothing mentioned about the world of bowling. Cesaro used his UFO finisher in WWE for the first time to defeat Drew Gulak on the WrestleMania 36 kickoff pre-show for night one. Cesaro bringing the move to WWE was a hot topic on Twitter on Saturday night. There was a video going around of Cesaro commenting on the move and predicting that Sami Zayn would retain the WWE Intercontinental title over Daniel Bryan, which he did. "You just saw something really special," Cesaro said to the cameraman. "Something that hasn't happened in over 10 years. You just saw a UFO. And later you're going to see something else that doesn't happen all the time. And that is a champion walking into WrestleMania in Sami Zayn. The Intercontinental Champion walking out of WrestleMania still as the Intercontinental Champion. There's going to be one more for the good guys." Hey, he just stole a line from the bad guy, Razor Ramon. Scott Hall. Hey, yo. Leaking WWE information is a fireable offense. According to a new report from Sports Illustrated, WWE has to deal with spoilers leaking just about every week, but the recent TV and pay-per-view tapings were just a little bit different. While the coronavirus forced WrestleMania 36 to be moved from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa Bay to the empty WWE Performance Center, WWE's priority is to make sure WrestleMania 36 was presented in the best form possible. It's noted that last week's WrestleMania 36 tapings in Orlando ran overnight from 11 p.m. to 5 a.m. Along with the WWE Chairman Vince McMahon, there were only a limited number of people present for the set of WWE TV and the pay-per-view tapings held last week, including Kevin Dunn, Paul Heyman, along with WWE Chairman Vince McMahon and Bruce Pritchard. Sports Illustrated noted that the majority of the producers or agents were not present for the matches, but the ones that are local to Florida are the unlikeliest of candidates to leak spoilers, including Adam Pearce and WWE Hall of Famer Shawn Michaels and Road Dogg Brian James. Roman Reigns surprised a young fan who was undergoing treatment at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital in Hollywood, Florida, earlier in the week, before the WrestleMania tapings happened. 15-year-old Anthony Primavera is a kidney disease patient who undergoes regular dialysis at Joe DiMaggio's Children's Hospital. He is also a big WWE fan who had tickets to WrestleMania 36 during the weekend. Local 10 News reported that Anthony understood Reigns' recent decision to back out of his WrestleMania 36 match with the WWE Universal Champion Bill Goldberg. And after the event was moved due to the coronavirus, Anthony had settled for watching the event on TV the weekend, like everyone else. However, the staff at the hospital had other ideas and contacted Reigns, who agreed to surprise Anthony. In this video, Reigns opened the surprise video message by introducing himself and telling Anthony he was thinking of him. Anthony said the magic words felt like he was on top of the world. Reigns then said he wanted to visit Anthony. The teenager smiled and laughed in disbelief as he was in shock. He later said all he could say to Reigns was, "Thank you." Hall of Famer Ric Flair has indicated that his biopic is in the works. The Nature Boy appeared on Sirius XM's Busted Open Radio this past weekend and was interviewed by Hall of Famer Mark Henry, among others. Flair revealed that The Rock and his Seven Bucks production company are working with WWE, likely the WWE Studios department, on a movie about his life and career. I talked to Dwayne and Danny Garcia and Hiram Garcia, and they're going to collaborate. The last time I heard for all this stuff and make a movie with WWE about me with Sue Levison, who now is with WWE and is doing a fabulous job. Flair said, highlights thanks to the score. Sue's got a great background. As soon as everything gets rolling again after that, they'll make that movie. I am looking forward to that because I'll have a lot of input. Flair also said a TV show about his life in the 1980s is set to be released as well. It'll be probably come about 1 a.m. in the morning. Rated XXR, he joked. WrestleMania 36 marked the end of WrestleMania streak for a popular fan named Ringside Charlie. Sports Illustrated reported that Chris Adorno, known as Ringside Charlie, has attended the first 35 WrestleMania events, beginning in 1985 with WrestleMania 1. Charlie revealed at this link that at one point, WWE considered bringing some fans into the Performance Center for the WrestleMania 36 tapings. If they're allowed to amid tight restrictions because of the coronavirus pandemic, WWE told Charlie they wanted him to be one of the fans at the event if they were able to have a few brought in. A couple of people internally wanted me to come, Charlie said. They even said that if some fans were allowed to, I'd be the top of the list. So there was definitely talk about the possibility, but with all the strict guidelines, they were already at capacity for the amount of people they could have in the building. It wasn't meant to be. If it was possible, I would have been there. Charlie, who's attended WrestleMania 2 from the National Coliseum in Uniondale, New York, and settled in Chicago or Los Angeles locations, said he watched Night 1 and Night 2 of WrestleMania 36 from his home in Staten Island, New York. From Madison Square Garden, right up to last year, he said of his own WrestleMania streak, it was the most local of the three. But I was such a big Roddy Piper fan, and that's where he was appearing, so it made the most sense for me. Adorno has another impressive WWE streak, and he had not missed a WWE event at Madison Square Garden in New York City since 1982. WWE Superfan is already planning to attend WrestleMania 37 in Hollywood next year. I already got my refund from plane tickets to Tampa, and it's been credited to my flight to Los Angeles next year for WrestleMania 37, he said. I'll be back next year, ready to go. Charlie was profiled in a WWE YouTube video back in March 2019, which you can see at that link that I posted earlier. Jeff Hardy is scheduled to be back in Moore County, North Carolina court room on Monday, May 11th, due to the DWI charges from his October 2019 arrest. Hardy was scheduled to be in court on April 6th, on Monday, but the date has been continued until May 11th. North Carolina Chief Justice Cherry Beasley announced back in mid-March that most district and superior court cases in the state will be continued for at least 30 days due to the coronavirus pandemic. It's unclear if Hardy's continuance is related to the mid-March ruling, or if his lawyers would have continued the case for another month anyway. The North Carolina court calendar shows that Hardy is scheduled to face charges of the DWI and a 30-day civil revocation of driver's license at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on May 11th in Moore County, courtroom 201. The charges are from Hardy's DWI arrest on Thursday, October 3rd, 2019. Hardy recently returned to action on WWE March 13th, SmackDown on Fox episode, defeating King Corbin. He has not been used since then, as WWE continues to take from the empty WWE Performance Center due to COVID-19 outbreak. Firefly Funhouse match from night 2 of WrestleMania 36 will go down as one of the most bizarre WWE matches in history. The match served as the co-main event of night 2 and saw The Fiend Bray Wyatt defeat John Cena. The match was reportedly put together by 3 main people: Bruce Prichard, Wyatt, and John Cena themselves, according to Dave Messer on Wrestling Observer News Radio. WWE could be returning to live TV later this week. I've already discussed that. While tonight's post-WrestleMania 36 edition of Raw and Wednesday's NXT episodes are already taped, word from WWE is that Friday's SmackDown and next Monday's Raw will air live from WWE Performance Center in Orlando, according to WrestleBook on Twitter. The Firefly Funhouse match from night 2 of WrestleMania 36 noted that it was a lot of changes were made to what they came up with by Cena. There's no word on yet what sort of changes Cena made to the match Prichard and Wyatt came up with, but it was said that Cena's changes were supposedly for the better. Wrestling fans were polarized by the Firefly Funhouse match at night 2 of WrestleMania 36, while many loved the segment, some hated it. Of course, it's Cena. The match saw Bray Wyatt and John Cena transport to various scenes, including Monday's Nitro, a Saturday night main event promo, and Cena's debut against Kurt Angle. While there was very little action, Wyatt ultimately defeated Cena. PCW Canadian champion Jay Walker took to Twitter to give thoughts on what the match meant. Walker theorized that every scene told the story of their careers in order. Ultimately, Cena played it safe to stay at the top, and cost him everything. Wyatt evolved and grew stronger, despite having floundered earlier in his career. To heal Bray Wyatt, the Fiend needed to hurt Cena. Finally, Cena's time was up, and Bray's time is now. Walker posted this link on his account, pictures and parts of the match, which you can see and check out. Bianca Belair has officially been called up from NXT to the Raw roster, and she made her debut on the show tonight, on Monday night. WNXT superstars Denzel DeJournay, Brendan Vink, Oney Lorcan, and Danny Burch will also work this week's post-WrestleMania 36 edition of Raw from the NXT Performance Center in Orlando, Florida. DeJournay, who was a former amateur wrestler signed by WWE in 2018, lost a squash match to Seth Rollins. Denzel has been working NXT live events since 2018, but this was his first TV match and main roster debut. Well, when they were here for their live event, DeJournay wasn't wrestling at that event. Vink, formerly known as Elliot Sexton, also worked this week's Raw, losing to Humberto Carrillo. Vink recently made his Raw debut on March 23rd, teaming with Shane Thornton for a loss to Raw Tag Team Champions, the Street Profits. The big man from Australia was signed in early 2019 after more than 10 years working the Australian Indies. WWE superstars Laura Cannon Birch, who are regulars on the 205 Live show these days, also made their Raw debuts tonight. They lost the match to Ricochet and Cedric Alexander on Raw from the Performance Center. Footage from... You can go to YouTube to find the footage from that. Also noted, NXT superstar Deonna Purrazzo also returned to Raw for another appearance this week. She lost to the returning Nia Jax. New WWE Champion Drew McIntyre appeared on TalkSport in the UK this morning and jokes about now coming from former English soccer star Chris Sutton, who recently traded friendly jabs on Twitter. Drew's comments also included a challenger boxing champion, Tyson Fury, who had a run with WWE last year. When it gets back to normal, the next thing I want to do is fight Chris Sutton, declared Drew then declared, asking Sports Breakfast co-host Allie McCoy to help organize the fight. You set it up, finally, when everything gets back to normal, and I can get back to the UK and parade about with the belt. The last thing I want to do is have the match with Sutton. You'd be in my corner. Drew continued, I know Tyson Fury is on the show today as well. I need to bring up Fury because he was talking trash about me. So I know he's coming on the show. Tell him I saw what you said about me. He didn't care who won the match between Lesnar and I. He thought I was going to win and thinks he could smash me. Just let him know, Fury, I won the championship. Now I'm paying attention to you. After I beat Sutton, I'm coming for Fury. Fury was quick to accept the challenge from new WWE champion. Fury took to Instagram after Drew's interview and reacted to the friendly challenge. At DMC D McIntyre has called me out after his at WWE WrestleMania 36 victory. First, I say congratulations and what a fantastic job. Secondly, I accept the challenge anytime, any place, anywhere. Thumbs up emoji, hands together emoji. WWE could be returned. I already said that like 3 times. WWE has been taping for a few weeks now due to the coronavirus pandemic. Performance Center will still likely be a closed set, but Friday SmackDown on Fox could be the first live TV show since early March. It's been rumored for weeks that April 10th SmackDown would air live from the Performance Center. Live episodes have not been confirmed by WWE as of this video. No word yet on how the stay-home order in Florida will impact WWE's post-WrestleMania operations. There have been rumors on WWE taking a break after WrestleMania 36, but it looks like they're not moving in that direction, as it was reported until a certain date. Don't know. I know it was said in Louisiana. It has been extended to March 30th. Through March 30th. April 30th, I mean. Live episodes have not been confirmed. As they reported this weekend, the WWE may end up filming this week's SmackDown from a secret location in a shutdown state. There's been no update on WWE possibly taping at a secret location, but noted there is now talk of airing Friday SmackDown from the Performance Center. There were no word yet on regular WWE touring and events with crowds resuming, but they may have to wait until late summer, according to President Trump's call with sports leaders over the weekend. And now your Raw results. Post-WrestleMania 36 edition of Raw opened up with a look back of Drew McIntyre's WWE title win over Brock Lesnar from the main event of Night 2. Cut to the Raw opening video, live from the tape at the Performance Center in Orlando. Tom Phillips welcomes us. He's joined by Byron Saxton. We go right to the ring. Out comes Asuka as Mike Rome does the introduction. There will be a WrestleMania rematch tonight as the Street Profits defend Raw Tag Team titles against Austin Theory and Angel Garza again. Tom asked about how Asuka and Kairi Sane lost the WWE Women's Tag Title match to Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross this weekend. Liv Morgan was out next. Tom says new WWE NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair will also be here tonight. The bell rings and Asuka starts taunting Liv. Asuka takes it to the corner. Liv tries to take control out of the corner, but Asuka stomps on her. Liv with a big forearm and more strikes. Asuka with a hip attack out of nowhere. Liv ducks a big kick and rolls Asuka up for a 2 count. Back and forth between. Now Liv with a big hurricane takedown. Asuka comes back and drops Liv with his turnbuckles. Liv with a missile drop kick for the second rope, sending Asuka to the floor for a breather. Referee counts. Liv follows and Asuka sends her into the apron. Liv takes Asuka down on the floor and then runs into a huge kick. Asuka stands over Liv and mocks her as we go to commercial. Back from the break, we get a WrestleMania 37 promo. Asuka has Liv grounded in the middle of the ring now. Asuka manhandles Liv some, but runs into a boot in the corner. Liv tries to mount some offense, but Asuka delivers a big kick, a big knee to the face for a 2 count. Asuka kicks Liv around and taunts her now. Liv ducks a kick and rolls Asuka up for a 2 count. Liv fights back with strikes and double knees to the jaw. Asuka charges, but Liv unloads with takedowns, face first to the mat. Liv rocks Asuka with an insecurity. Liv drives Asuka back down with a double stomp in the corner, but Asuka kicks out too. Asuka pulls Liv into an armbar out of nowhere. Liv kicks, but Asuka blocks it. It hits a German suplex. Asuka with a big shining wizard for a close 2 count as Liv gets her foot on the bottom rope to break up the pinfall. Liv misses a drop kick against ropes, and Asuka grabs her. They trade counters, and Asuka takes her down to the mat, and Asuka keeps trying for the Asuka lock and finally gets it in for the submission win. After the match, Asuka stands tall. We go to replays. Tom sends us to a look back at Shayna Baszler versus Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch at WrestleMania Night 1. We see Becky's post-match video with Kayla Braxton where she indicated the feud isn't over. We also see backstage pre-recorded video from Baszler, who indicates she's not done with the man either. So the Contractor, Street Profits defend. Also a look back at Boneyard match back commercial. Raw Tag Team title match, Angel Garza and Austin Theory versus Street Profits. We go back to ring. Out comes Raw Tag Team Champions, Street Profits, Montez Ford, Angelo Dawkins. No sign of Bianca Belair yet, but she will be here. Stay tuned. Angel Garza and Austin Theory are out next with Zelina Vega. Dawkins starts off with Garza. Garza dodges the shot and quickly tags in Theory. They lock up, and Dawkins drops him with her shoulder. Dawkins runs the ropes and doubles Theory again. Ford tags in for a double team. Garza comes back in, and they get double teamed again. The Profits nail double drop kicks to send their opponents out like they did on Sunday. Back to commercial. Dawkins has Theory grounded. Dawkins misses in the corner and dumps Theory to the corner. Theory drops Dawkins and rolls in with a drop kick. Garza tags back in for a double team. Garza takes Dawkins back down and growls him. Vega cheers him on. Theory tags back in for more double teaming. Theory beats Dawkins around and taunts forward some. Theory grounds Dawkins by his arm now. Dawkins tries to fight free, but Theory cuts him off and sends him into the corner. Garza tags himself in for more on Dawkins while he's down. Theory tags back in for the double teaming while Dawkins is down. Theory unloads on Dawkins and grounds him with another shed lock. Theory goes for a suplex, but Dawkins counters and launches him, and Vega tries to rally for their teams. Garza tags in, but Ford also tags in, flying off the top and dropping Garza. Ford unloads on Garza with offense. Ford with a DDT and a 2 count. The match ends up getting thrown out after Vega tries to interfere. That's the referee caught the interference. Winners of the match, Street Profits by disqualification. After the bell, Vega comes back in to assault Ford, while Theory and Garza holds him. Like WrestleMania, the music hit, and out comes NXT superstar Bianca Belair. Belair hits the ring, and Vega charges, but Belair drops her. The Profits attack Theory and Garza, sending them to the floor with Vega. Belair takes the mic and says, she goes here now. She talks about how good she is and challenges Vega to come back in the ring. Tom says Belair versus Vega is next. Belair dances to her music as we go to commercial. The first match was Belair versus Zelina Vega. Back from the break, Bianca is in the ring with Vega as they go at it. The two teams watch from ringside. Back and forth to start. Belair runs over Vega with a shoulder. Vega kicks Belair away and slaps her across the face. Belair grabs Vega by her hair and beats her down. Belair unloads as the Street Profits cheer her on. Belair tosses Vega across the ring by her hair. And again, Belair with a running thrust in the corner. Holding Vega there with it. Vega goes for a roll-up, but can't get it. Belair charges with a shoulder, but Vega moves and Belair hits the turnbuckles. Vega uses the middle rope to apply a submission on Belair. Vega with more offense for a 2 count, and she talks trash to the referee. The match gets thrown out after the other two teams brawling out from the outside, comes in the ring, and a disqualification. Winner of the match, Bianca Belair by disqualification. After the match, Belair, Ford, and Dawkins clear the ring, taunt their opponents as they watch from the floor. Ford takes the mic and proposes a 6-person match. Ford says they want to smoke. We go to commercial. So here's a second match with all three of them. Street Profits and Bianca versus Zelina, Angel, and Austin Theory. Back from the break, Montez Ford goes at it with Theory. Ford takes Theory to the corner. Theory fights back, but Ford drop kicks him. Angel Garza and Zelina distract, allowing Theory to send Ford out to the floor. Theory brings Ford back in and chops him into the corner. Theory tosses away in the corner. Garza with a cheap shot while Theory distracts the referee. Theory grounds Ford down. Theory ends up sending Ford back to the floor. Theory follows and brings Ford back in. Ford crawls for a tag, but Theory stops him, jumping on his back and grounding him with a hold. Theory breaks it and knocks Angelo Dawkins off the apron. Ford drops Theory and Belair wait for a tag. Belair gets the tag and in comes Vega as well. Belair unloads and hits a backbreaker, then slams Vega to the mat. Belair knocks Theory off the mat and lands on Vega for a 2 count. As Garza makes a save, Theory super kicks Ford on the floor, but Dawkins levels Theory on the floor. Dawkins chases Theory to the back. Momentarily, Belair slams Vega into the top turnbuckle and then slams her with a KOD for the pin and the win. After the match, Street Profits and Belair celebrate in the middle of the ring as Angelo comes back to the ring to celebrate. As Belair's music hits, so it comes segment, a look at the Boneyard match, an exclusive look at what happened after Drew McIntyre's WWE title win. We see a still shots for the Aleister Black's win over Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania 36 Night 2. We see post-match video of Charlie Caruso interviewing Bobby Lashley backstage. Lashley said something makes him feel like new management or a new wife. Lana interrupted and asked him what they were talking about. All smiles, Lashley just walked off. Lana looked confused and asked Caruso what she did to her husband. So the comes segment, Aleister Black will be an exit. Back to commercial. Matching up next, Aleister Black versus Apollo Crews, who has moved from SmackDown to Raw. Black takes a seat in the corner, and Apollo makes his way out next. Tom says Crews is now on the Raw brand. Based on the draft picks that were about to expire, Crews and Black lock up and trade holds to go at it. Black takes Crews down for a 2 count as they continue to trade offense and keep each other held up. Black slams Crews and grabs him in the middle of the ring. Black back and forth continues as they trade holds. Crews ends up on the floor for a breather. Crews talks trash and walks around as Black stares him down from the ring. Indian style sitting in the middle of the ring. Back to commercial. Back from the break, Black slams Crews to the ground, him in the middle of the ring. Crews fights up and out with strikes. Black kicks him, but then runs into a drop kick. Sending Black out to the floor. Crews levels Black on the floor and keeps him down as the referee counts. Crews brings Black back into the ring, but Black rocks him with a kick to the gut. Crews keeps pounding on Black, but Black shoots the leg. Black with a big kick to the chest for a 2 count. Crews jumps Black over the top rope to the floor and lands hard. Crews keeps control and drops Black on the floor again. Crews then puts Black down face first on the floor once again as we go to commercial. Back from the break, Crews covers for a 2 count in the middle of the ring. Crews hits the ropes and levels Black with a running clothesline. Crews keeps Black grounded in the middle of the ring. Again, Black catches a kick, but Crews pounds on him some more. Black takes Crews down, but gets kicked away. Black with a big kicks out, knocking Crews down. Black charges, but Crews catches him and a power slam for a close 2 count. Crews looks for a standing moonsault, but Black hits him in the back of the knee. Crews mounts more offense and nails a sit-down powerbomb for another close pin attempt. Crews lifts around, waiting for Black to get up. Crews beats Black around some more. Black with a kick to the face out of nowhere. Crews comes right back with a clothesline to drop him. Crews goes to the top for a splash, but Black moves and Crews lands hard. Black with a running leg scissor, taking Crews down right into a knee bar. The referee checks on Crews, but he's not giving up. Black tightens the hold, but Crews gets the bottom rope to break up the submission. Black shows frustration now as they both are slow to get up. Cruz falls back down to sell a knee injury. Cruz can't stay up as Black stares at him. Black lifts Cruz with his boot. Cruz ducks Black Mass and hits a bump kick. Cruz with insecurity knocks Black out of the ring to the floor. We actually take another commercial break. Back for the break. Cruz goes for a superplex on top, but Black is fighting back. Black with a kick and a moonsault to the mat for a 2 count. Black with more offense and another 2 count in the middle of the ring. Cruz drops Black with a moonsault. They tangle on their feet now. Cruz slams Black into the corner. Black drops Cruz with a shot to the knee. Black goes to the top, but Cruz nails an enziguri. Cruz climbs up and pounds on Black. Cruz goes for the superplex and nails it this time. Cruz is slow to make the cover, and Black kicks out. More back and forth now. Cruz catches Black with another takedown power bomb for a 2 count. Cruz yells out in frustration now. Cruz stumbles around and presses Black high above his head. Vertical suplex. Cruz drops Black on the mat and hits the standing moonsault. Cruz with a standing shooting star press for another close 2 count. Cruz goes back to the top while Black is down on the mat. Black jumps up and nails a big kick while Cruz is on the top turnbuckle. Black climbs up for a superplex, but Cruz slams him to the mat face first. Cruz leaps on the top, but Black nails a knee to the face on the way down. Black picks Cruz up with his boot again for Black Mass, but Cruz counters. And Black counters again with a power bomb attempt. Cruz tries to roll him up, but Black comes right back with a Black Mass for the pin and the win. In a lengthy match. After the match, Black sets up as the music plays. We're going to replays. We'll get a quick look back at the last man standing match with Hall of Famer Edge and Randy Orton, WrestleMania 36, which Edge won. Still to come segment, Cedric Alexander and Ricochet will be in action. Also, a look back at the Boneyard match back to the commercial. Cedric Alexander and Ricochet versus Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch. Back for the break. Out first comes Cedric Alexander and Ricochet. They enter the ring together. NXT's Oney Lorcan and Danny Burch already waiting in the ring. Burch starts off with Cedric as they go at it. Burch drops Cedric with a headbutt. Lorcan tags in and keeps Cedric down for a 2 count. Lorcan grabs Cedric and tags Burch back in. Cedric and Burch trade shots. Burch chops Cedric with a big chop for a 2 count. Burch keeps Cedric grounded. Cedric fights free and drop kicks his legs out. Lorcan and Ricochet tag in at the same time. Ricochet unloads on Lorcan. Ricochet runs into a boot in the corner. Ricochet comes back with a hurricane from the top. And a 2 count as Burch makes a save. Burch drops Cedric to the floor. Ricochet fights Burch off, sends him to the ring apron. Then drop kicks him to the floor. Lorcan goes for a big suplex on Ricochet, but he lands on his feet. Cedric and Ricochet double team. Lorcan now with more fast-paced offense. Ricochet with a standing shooting star press to the back. Cedric with a neuralizer on Lorcan. Cedric runs and dives out, taking Burch back down on the floor. Ricochet drops Lorcan in the middle of the ring with a recoil for the pin and the win. After the match, Cedric and Ricochet celebrate as music plays. We've got a replay. Still to come, and look back at Seth Rollins versus Kevin Owens from WrestleMania. Back to commercial. Back to the break. We see a little back at Kevin Owens' WrestleMania 36 win over Seth Rollins. We see a video of Owens from earlier in the day. Owens says his career has been hell for the past 5 months. Ever since he and Rollins started this thing, they talked about how he kept getting beat up by multiple guys to the point he was asking himself if it was worth it. He then jumped off the side at WrestleMania, took Rollins back in the ring, hit a stunner for the 3 count, and got his answer. It was all worth it. He got his WrestleMania moment. Now it's time to move on to bigger and better things. But what is that? Should he go back to being a prize fighter, or should he keep stunning people? Owens says he's here to stay, and he will keep fighting. Because this is the Kevin Owens show, as he walks off. Seth Rollins versus the enhancement talent, Denzel Jordan. Go to the ring, out comes Seth Rollins, who is all business tonight, looking upset. Jordan from NXT is already waiting in the ring. The bell rings, and Rollins goes right to work on Denzel. Rollins unloads with stomps in the corner as the referee warns him. Rollins sends Denzel to the floor and launches him into the barrier. Rollins with another shot into the barrier as the referee counts. Rollins brings Denzel back in the ring. Denzel was a stomp in the middle of the ring. Rollins covers for the easy win. After the match, Rollins stands tall, reads the plays, go to replays. So to come, Nia Jax makes her return to Raw, back to Myrtle. Nia Jax versus Deonna Purrazzo went up next. Back from the break, out comes Nia, making her return. She's been away since April 2019 after ongoing double knee surgery. Jax marches to the ring and waits for her opponent. Out next comes NXT superstar Deonna Purrazzo. The bell rings and Jax goes right to work. Sending Purrazzo back to the corner, Jax screams for her to fight. Jax with a big clothesline. Jax manhandles Purrazzo some and talks trash as the referee warns her. Jax picks Purrazzo up and slams her around some. Then nails a short arm clothesline. Jax dominates and nails another big clothesline. Jax scoots Purrazzo for a Samoan drop in the middle of the ring. And then Jax scoots Purrazzo again, drops her with a DDT. A weird DDT for the pin and the win. More like a hell DDT for the pin, and she holds it to the 3 count. And somebody on Twitter said, I think it was Paige, said that she gave her that finisher. I don't know what she's going to name it, but we'll see what they do. After the match, Jax stands tall, has her arm raised, music plays. We go to replays. Jax stands over Purrazzo and talks some more trash as the referee checks on her. We get a look back at Undertaker's Boneyard match win over AJ Styles at WrestleMania 36 back to commercial. Humberto Carrillo versus Brendan Vink. Back from the break, out comes Humberto Carrillo as NXT's Brendan Vink waits in the ring. The bell rings and they go at it. Vink overpowers Carrillo. Carrillo with a jawbreaker. Carrillo fights Vink up again and kicks him in the face. Carrillo with a missile drop kick for the top. Vink turns around with a huge boot to the face. Vink comes back in and slams Carrillo for a close 2 count. Vink keeps Carrillo grounded. Carrillo fights up and out, but Vink drops him with a big elbow to the face. Vink works Carrillo over in the corner and launches him across the ring. Vink grounds Carrillo again in the middle of the ring. Carrillo keeps fighting Vink off out of the corner. Carrillo with a crossbody for a 2 count. Carrillo more kicks. Carrillo drops Vink with a kick. Carrillo rolls into a moonsault. Carrillo goes back to the top and hits another big moonsault for the pin and the win. After the match, Carrillo stands tall. This is music plays. We got to replays. Carrillo punches in the corner. Still to come segment. Charlotte Flair, let's hear it. Back commercial. Back from the break, we get a look back at how Charlotte Flair captured the NXT Women's title for Rhea Ripley during Night 2 of WrestleMania 36. We see Charlotte Carrillo post-match backstage interview with NXT Women's Champion Charlotte Flair after WrestleMania 36. Flair dismissed Charlie's congratulatory message and cut her a promo about how it's the woman that makes the title, not the other way around. Flair said now she's a 2-time NXT Women's Champion. Flair says Rhea Ripley was all right, but she does what every other woman in WWE does. They bow down to the Queen. Flair ended her interview with a woo, and Carissa walks off. We get a look at the main event, WrestleMania 36 Night 2, which saw Drew McIntyre capture the WWE title from Brock Lesnar to come exclusive aftermath of Drew's big win. The Dark Match main event was shown to close out Raw. Back for the break, Tom shows the footage of Drew McIntyre celebrating his title win over Brock Lesnar after Night 2 of WrestleMania 36 went off air. After 20 minutes, Drew came back out to the ring with the title around his waist. Drew joined for an interview with Sarah Schreiber. Schreiber congratulated McIntyre and asked if the magnitude of the accomplishment has hit him yet, even though it's only been 20 minutes. Drew says it doesn't feel right. He got his custom title plates, and it's real. Drew thanked Paul Heyman. He says Lesnar had a look in his eyes like he's never seen from anyone before. Lesnar was ready to go to war, but so was Drew. Drew recalls how Heyman kept telling Lesnar to hit Drew with F5 to keep him down. Drew says Heyman must not know him very well. He talks about being knocked down in his personal and professional life over the years. How he never stayed down. He crawled to the main event, WrestleMania, and with every F5, he stopped getting hurt and started getting angrier. Drew was determined to Claymore kick Lesnar until he was unable to get back up. Drew goes on, but the music interrupts. Out comes Big Show. Show has the referee by the arm, pulling him out of the ring, out to the ring, thinking it's a 24/7 title, bringing a referee to the match. Anywhere in town. Show takes the mic and enters the ring, praising Drew for conquering the Conqueror in the main event WrestleMania. Show then says, now there's an entire locker room of talented competitors with Drew in her sights. Show says this is a big world, and Drew thinks he's a big man. but he's no giant. Drew says he knows where this is going. Joe says he doesn't know crap. He's not challenging Drew for the title right now or at Money in the Bank. But they're both dressed to compete, and they have a referee. Joe calls Drew a B word and tells him to ring the bell. Let's go. Supposedly non-title, Drew says he just fought Lesnar and he's not fighting right now. Joe taunts him and mocks him for just talking a lot. Joe says he's looking Drew dead in the eye and all he sees is fear. Joe says Drew is afraid of him. Drew says he isn't his first day. He's not afraid of Joe or anyone. He knows Joe is trying to push his buttons. Drew is going to put it simply and slowly to show so Joe can understand. There's nothing Joe can say that will convince him to fight him tonight. Joe slaps Drew in the face. Joe takes the title off, and we're ready for the match. And it is a title match. The bell rings, and this is for the title. Supposedly taped right after WrestleMania 2, night 2 of WrestleMania 36. Drew McIntyre loads on a Big Show in the corner. Joe fights back, but Drew kicks him in the face. Drew charges, but Joe levels him to the mat. Joe beats Drew around now into the opposite corner. Joe continues beating Drew around with big shots. Joe with a scoop slam in the middle of the ring. Joe talks trash while Drew is down on the mat. Joe stands on Drew's back and bounces him on the bottom rope as the referee warns him. Joe continues to manhandle Drew on the apron. Joe scoops Drew again and slams him. Joe then delivers another big kick while Drew is down. Joe keeps yelling at Drew. Drew fights back with strikes, but Joe delivers a big headbutt. Joe keeps in control and hits a Vader bomb from the corner, but Drew still kicks out of Drew. Joe laughs and tells Drew to get up so he can make it hurt. Joe with a big chop to the chest in the corner. Joe with another big chop in the opposite corner. Drew is getting angrier. Joe with another chop against the ropes, sending Drew back down to the mat. Drew gets back up. Joe delivers more big strikes to beat him down. Joe with another scoop slam in the middle of the ring. Joe continues to yell at Drew about the WWE title. Joe chokes Drew with a second rope. Now as the referee warns him. Drew ducks the next big chop. Drew fights back. Now Joe goes for a choke slam in the middle of the ring. But Drew sides out. Drew scoops Joe and slams him in the middle of the ring. A body slam in the middle of the ring for a close pin count. Drew goes up top, waiting for the Show to get up. Drew leaps, but Show catches him in midair for a choke slam. Drew kicks out just in time. Joe can't believe it. Drew ducks a KO, the world's best destruction punch, and comes right back with a Claymore in the middle of the ring, covers Show to retain. After the match, Drew takes the WWE title belt and holds it as the music plays. Drew gets down and shows face and then has his arm raised in the middle of the ring. Post WrestleMania 36 goes off the air at that point, and so does Raw. Thanks again. Peace out. See you on me. You don't know, just call me, brothers and sisters.